Emma, personally, she was a great auntie to my kids, and even to her family and friends. She was just one of a kind. She was very adventurous. When we used to go on family holidays, she'd be the first one in any sort of sports activities, even straight down to trampolining and stuff. We used to go to bounce below and stuff like that, and she was just so energetic and up for anything. She was just such a lovely person. Just really really lovely.
What has been the impact of the past couple of weeks on you, on the community? Have people rallied together? Are you getting support? Are the family getting support?
Family, Emma's family, they're really close. As soon as anything happens within the family, it could be little, it could be small, the family are there. Community wise, she's got a big loads of friends and stuff like that. And as for social media and stuff, I put the post on the SUP paddleboarding group UK, and the response which I've received from that, which is tremendous, really. So there's a lot of help which we're receiving at the moment. So yeah, I couldn't ask for anything better, really. With what we're receiving, it's brilliant.
Obviously, the inquest hasn't happened yet. We're not going to speculate on what may or may not have happened that day, but we can say that she was new to the sport and she'd just bought a board, can't we? So there was obviously an opportunity here for more information.
Yes, she has done it before. Like I was saying before, she's done when we used to go on family holidays and things, especially to Haven and having a more a bit further down the road in Glasgow. There was like a water sports activity centre, and actually last year we used to go out on the water there. And back then, they provided the correct equipment, and she was good at what she did. She wasn't an avid enthusiast, so she was quite, I'd say, new to the sport, but she just gets stuck in with it. And she had actually gone out on lakes and stuff like that as well, in hot days and things, and she was all right. But this time, obviously, she chose the River Conway, which she's actually bought the board that night. So she'd only had it for a matter of hours, and it was just, she's headed straight down there to have fun, but didn't think of the complications. I personally believe that if there was more information written on these packages when they're getting them, one, explaining tidal conditions, the pools, the currents and things like that. Two, I personally think that these boards should come with an ankle leash, and with that ankle leash, I personally think it should describe what conditions that ankle leash should be for, slack water and things like that. And this is one which I really want to push, and I want all board manufacturers to take on board, is the fact that waist leashes and the conditions in which they need to be implemented, especially with fast flowing water, any currents or anything like that. Anyone who tries to, say, reach down to your ankle at any point, it's hard to get off your ankle. But whereas if you've got a waist strap, quick release, and you just go like that, which obviously will then free you from the boards, given circumstances of currents and things like that, you see.
Since the tragic events earlier this month, you've been in contact with campaigner Sam Foyle. He sadly lost his best friend in August 2020. It's so frustrating, isn't it? There has been progress. We've campaigned for progress, but there just doesn't seem to have been enough progress in terms of education. Would you agree?
Oh, yes, I completely agree. I spoke to Sam after my initial post on the SUP Paddleboarders UK. He contacted me, explained obviously his background and his circumstances as to why he is campaigning. What a great man! What a great man! And it's great to liaise with Sam as well. Tremendous for the industry. That's exactly what we need, is a figure like Sam to push for the safety aspects. But yeah, hell of a man.
Today, for the very first time, members of the industry are sharing messages. They've timed it with the UN World Drowning Prevention Day. Are you heartened that finally, the industry is recognising that more needs to be done so people can enjoy the sport and people can enjoy the sport safely?
Oh yes, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's been needed for a long time as well. The fact that they are finally recognising these risks, and obviously given the tragedies which are happening in quite a lot of cases worldwide, which I'm just happy that they are beginning to change. There's just the odds few, which need to follow suit. Basically, we need to push for those safety aspects to change. And it's got to be mandatory, if that's the correct word, to provide the safety, and definitely to document everything, with what those straps and certain leashes and stuff and currents and tidal conditions. So yeah, I'm happy that we're seeing change. It's brilliant.
Obviously, we're not going to talk in detail about what's happened. There's a process and we will respect that process, and details will come out at the right time. But how surprised were you about what happened when you first got that call? Because this isn't something you associate with just heading out on the water, is it?
So yeah, that night we got the call. Myself, my partner got the call at about 10:30 at night, and I believed she'd been out on the water for quite a few hours. Upon arriving at the scene, it just ripped us all apart, knowing that we couldn't do anything to help her. She was such a fighter. She really battled on. Like I say, I can't really say too much with the inquest and stuff, which is all underway at the moment. But yeah, it's just horrific. It's horrific what happened, and in a way it shouldn't have happened. We all want to go out. We all want to, enjoy ourselves, especially on hot days and stuff. But then we've all got to stay safe. No one should go through what we've been through, and especially Emma herself, and likewise Simon, and other people as well who have suffered in the way that they have suffered. It just shouldn't happen anymore. There should be a lot more guidance there.